So we're building muscle today. Because I've been trying to grow my YouTube channel, I came to realise the quick way to do that was to do lots of cardio, because people find it, turns out, really motivational, and they'll watch the live if they see someone smashing themselves in cardio. What it hasn't been great for is my own muscle building. So, because I've been prioritising workouts, let me turn this brightness on. So I've been prioritising cardio, which has been fantastic for my fitness and health, but not so great for building muscle. So I'm going to be doing, so out of the 5 or 6, so I do 6 workouts a week normally, unless something happens. Hi Rebecca. But now I'm going to start doing 4 strength sessions and 1 or 2 cardio sessions a week, just to get the benefits for health. And we're going to make sure that we're progressively overloading. So today, to build muscle and strength, but muscle is my goal. So today we're going to be working shoulders. I'm going to get warmed up. I'm going to track reps as well. I do have a journal logbook about to be published, so keep that in mind. If you're needing something to track reps, you don't want another app on your phone, you want something physical, I'm going to be releasing, not just for tracking your reps and your exercise, but also it has an area for food diary, for your water, for how today went, a trial and error, so you can build good routine and habits around exercise. And at the front, it's got about 10 to 12 pages of me explaining how to achieve a calorie deficit, how to stopping and starting. So it's like coaching at the beginning as well. So it's going to be available soon. We're just warming up at this stage. Shoulder girdles feeling warm. So you must make sure, hi, I'm good, how are you? You must make sure if you're trying to build muscle that you're tracking your workouts. You can't keep going in for feeler sets, otherwise you'll plateau and you'll get to a certain point and you won't progress anymore. Okay. So we have a tricep, seated shoulder press. We want 10 to 12 rep range for this. So I'm going to start with I've got 10s here. Then we're going to go straight into upright row, 10 to 12 rep range, and then lateral raises, 10 to 12 rep range. So I think, and also when we do lateral raises, we want to make sure we're not using primarily the upper trapezius, which is an issue I see a lot. So I could go heavier with the lateral raises, but that would be lifting with my traps, and we don't want that. We want to lift with the shoulders. How are we doing, guys? You just put a question box up. Right, make sure you've done some warm-up exercises for your upper. Answering fat loss. That noise you can hear is my robot Hoover, by the way. She's answering fat loss question. Thanks, Britt. Let me just, can you guys see that? Am I moving that around? There we go. Right, so we need to get 10 to 12. And if we just make it with good technique over 12, I doubt I will, but over 12, then I'll just write that down. I don't think I need to go heavier because we're doing a few sets of these. 1, 2, shoulders down away from me, chest proud. 3, oh, I'm warm already. 4, 5, make sure your wrists are out over your elbows. 7, 8, 9, 10. You want to go to failure, technical failure, or 2 reps before it. 11. I'd say I'm about there. That was good. That's 12. I'm going to write that down so I can track when my logbook does arrive. I can track it on there. 12 reps with 10 kg. Then upright row, same principle. Looking for 10 to 12 reps. Chest proud, shoulders down away from ears. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm a health and fitness coach, answering questions on exercise and nutrition, back pain rehab. I think that was 6. 7, leading with the elbows, shoulder blades towards spine. 10, 11, 12. Higher range. Could have probably done more than that, but it's fine. 10 kg. Then with 3 kg, we've got seated lateral raises. How much weight are these 2 dumbbells? The ones that I was just lifting were 10. And then I'm going to get ready to go into the 14s the next round. Shoulders down away from ears. 3. Chest proud, core engaged. 5. 6. And these are 3. Did I say that? 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Again, I'm going to stop there because now we're resting. I'm going to do that set again. These shots are annoying me. So I've got 12 reps. So I'm going to rest for about a minute and a half. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I'm a personal trainer, online coach, Pilates and yoga teacher, and I'd love a like and subscribe. If you're in education and motivation, like I said, I give value, or I help unmuddy the waters a little bit because I understand it's quite confusing, the internet, for diet advice and exercise advice. What I teach is all science-based, that's why I'm different. I'm not here to sell you a supplement or anything like that. Right. So I know like you feel like you're ready and you can go in to the next set just now. If you do, chances are you're not going to get as many reps, and the quality of reps aren't going to be as good. That's why I notice as well, those that are training 6-7 days a week for strength training, those sessions are going to be poor quality because you're human at the end of the day, and consistently doing that many sessions leads to burnout and poor quality sessions. So you just plateau and you end up not building a good amount of muscle. Just wasting your time really by plugging in more time. Right, shoulder press. So I'm going to go, so I want to stay in the rep range of 8. I don't think I can get 8 with 14 today. So I'm just going to stay with the 10s. I'm going to, in fact, put the 14s back. I mean, I could get about 6, but I want higher reps. It's a lot safer with higher reps as well. Good morning. Hi, guys. Right. So I got 12 last time. I'd say I just made it to 12 as well. Technique, form was still good. Let's see. Need to get over it though. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shaky, shaky. 9, 10. So this is me just doing a bit of feeler sets for this program. 10 reps. I'll just turn that dehumidifier on. Feeler set. So the next time I do this same session, it'll be more difficult. Sorry, I can beat my last reps and make sure I'm progressing, which is motivational as well. Right, upright row. 2, 3. Using the lateral medial abs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, it wasn't to failure, and I'm alright with that. Lateral raises, I got 12 last time. Straight into it. and then we rest. 1. So chest proud, shoulders down away from ears. Don't go higher than shoulder height. Otherwise, like I said, you can get a tight neck, tight upper trap. 4. Oh, they're hard if you're doing them right. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hit these. 10. That'll do. Then we rest and we're going to do one more. The reason why we're not doing 4 sets, even though we're more than capable, is because there's a law of diminishing returns. Chat, let me know. Don't know what you're trying to say, but if it's dodgy what you're trying to say, you'll just get blocked. So yeah, there's a lot of diminishing returns to exercise. So more isn't always better. Studies show that the most stimulus comes from the set 1 and set 2, and then I've done 3 sets for fitness and to iron in that strength. So we're doing this once more, then we're moving on, and the next set of exercises has Arnold press, bicep curls, and pull-ups, under grips, very bicep-y, and we're doing that 3 times. Good morning. My name's Leanne. I'm a health and fitness trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher. I'm training for strength and building muscle. Building muscle is my goal. I've lost a bit by prioritising cardio over strength training and progressively overloading. So you're watching me train my shoulders today with feeler sets to see how I'm doing, and then soon my logbook's going to arrive. I've designed and published a logbook. I'm just getting the final checks done, and that will be arriving, and I'll be able to log it myself. But this logbook is amazing. It's not like nothing that you've ever seen before. It's got everything in it. There's a big gap in the market, and I was like, I'm going to fill it. So that's what it's all about. And there's coaching at the front as well. How to lose fat, how to build muscle, how to make the lifestyle change, how to change your habits, how to change you as a person. Right, so last time on set 2, we got 10 reps. So we need over 8. Was it? No, it's 10 to 12 rep range. But yeah, over 8 ideally. Breaking my own rules. So if I can get 10 again, I'll be fighting for it. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Oh, yep, happy with that. Happy with that. Then we got 10 last time of these upright rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that a question? Hi, son. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 10. And then lateral raises. I'll YouTube that in a second, son. 2, 3. Is that another trainer, is it? 4, 5, 6. Let's get a hinge. 7, 8, 9. Last set of these. 10. Oh, so 10 to 10 to 10, 10. 10 reps, 10 reps. So we're writing it down. And we're to a new set of exercises. Right, YouTube Golden Forest. Let's have a look. I finally made the switch as well. I've gone from iPhone to Android, part of the dark side. So this is like a new phone. It's not like day-to-day Holy Spirit. I'm trying to get used to it. YouTube Golden Forest. That's pretty. Not sure what that's got to do with health and fitness though. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm exercising this morning for building muscle and strength. So I've lost quite a bit of muscle this year from prioritising a lot of cardio, which is fine, it's part of my goal. But as we're heading into winter now in the UK, we're going to build some strength. Looking for squats technique. What are you struggling with squats? Squats is a high risk exercise. So make sure you go low weight, like just body weight at first. One of the best exercises for building the quads at squats. Right, so we've got Arnold press. So it's going to be hard with the 10s. I'm going to try and make it to 10 to 12 reps. Then we've got bicep curls, we're going to get the 8s out, and then we've got under grip pull-ups. So this is basically a bicep set with shoulders, of course. And it'll be standing bicep curls. Hi guys. Yeah, Holy Spirit's what you're struggling with your squat technique for. Make sure that you don't have to go ass to grass. Some misinformation on that. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. They're hard. I knew I won't be able to get that many. They're hard. So 10 kg got me 8 reps. Bicep curls with 8 kg. Trying to get 10 to 12 rep range. Morning guys, quite live this morning. Oh, it's warm. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and then pull-ups. Why did I leave them till last? 10 kg, 10 reps. Oh, I'll be lucky to get 2 of these. I should have done pull-ups first, never mind. It just makes it more progressive and difficult. Come to grip. Oh, that's a nice stretch. Core engaged before you lift. 3. That'll do. 3 reps. Rest. I'm going to do that again. Oh, that's a hard set. So I'm going to put the 10s away. Arnold press was a bit too difficult with the 10s. Hey guys, I'd love a like and subscribe if you're wanting exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab questions and motivation. I'm a health and fitness trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher. Thanks, Holy Spirits. You know, you get good at doing pull-ups. You just do more. You practice them often. 3 times I've had to learn pull-ups, relearn them. The first time I ever did them in my 20s, which I wasn't that strong in my 20s. I didn't really understand progressive overload. Second time was after kids, third time after kids. But yeah, the best advice that I can give you if you want to learn pull-ups, which is one of the best exercises you can do for overall health and fitness, because if you're overweight, you're not going to be able to pull up your own weight, are you? So it requires a good body composition, fat to muscle ratio. So, and I only had a pull-up bar in the gym with resistance bands. So every single time I was able to get to the gym with my newborn, this was the last time I relearnt them. It doesn't matter if I was training legs, upper, I always made sure strengthen that connection, and I practiced pull-ups with heavy resistance band, light resistance band, under grip, over grip, wide grip, parallel grip. Yeah, the more that you can get in, more sets. Instant block. Goodbye. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Welcome. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, and rehab. How are we doing? Have any of us kept to our New Year's resolutions this year? Right. So Arnold press. We've got 8 reps with 10, so we've dropped to 8 kilogram now. 8 kg. Hey ho, let's go. Let's see if we can get one. 3, 4, 6, 7, shaky. 8, let's go for 10. 9. Oh, they're so hard, man. Hard. 10 reps. Hi, Bob. 10. Then I got 10 reps with bicep curls. Let's try and go again. Yeah, this is a bit like a shoulder and bicep workout. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Pull-ups. Let's see if I can get another 3. That'll be lucky. It's for both. You need strong biceps for strong pull-ups. 10 reps. I'll be happy if I get 3. Let's go. Hey ho, let's go. Core engage before I lift. Oh, really had to fight for that last one. But that's what, like a lot of pull-ups, you'll notice that you've really got to fight for that last one. Many don't, because they are hard. Even when you get good at them, they're still hard. I'm going to do that set once more and move on. Good morning. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I had the best night's sleep last night. I naturally woke up at 4:45 this morning. I think I must have fell asleep at about 7:30, which suits me. If only I could do that every night. I'm definitely an early riser. I prefer that. Do you have any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab? Let's get a poll going. Building tone. Let's see, your common struggle with building tone. Exercise. Nutrition. Consistency. Holding. Other. Right, I'll read that in a second. We're voting the poll, guys. Everybody should be trying to build muscle if they want to keep healthy, if they want good quality of life, if they want have energy, if they want to reduce every risk of disease. You should be trying to strength. This well, I need techniques for back. Do you have back pain, Holy Spirit? Right, plenty of rest there. Final set now, Arnold press. So we got 10 last time. We need 10. These are hard though. I need technique for back. You mean exercises for the back? Have you got back injury or you just want to strengthen your back? Upper back or lower back? Some people are struggling with consistency. A lot of people think consistency is being perfect every day, but it's not. It's about doing what action you can to bring you a little bit closer to your goals. It's you versus you not trying. 7, 8, 9. I definitely thought consistency meant ticking all the boxes. 10. I think that's 10. 10, 10, 10. And then I've got to get 10 reps of bicep curls. Lower back pain. Right, anybody watching who's had lower back pain flare-ups, had sciatica, honestly, the best thing you can do and the best advice if you don't want to go to a physio and get an assessment, about £70, check out Pilates. So Pilates, where it differs from yoga, is it's for rehab back pain. Any rehab, body awareness. I've lost count. Oh, I think it was about 8. So I've got 80 classes, over 80 live classes on my YouTube playlist, Pilates live classes it's titled as. And go and check them out. On the title it'll say what we're working on. If it's lower back pain, if it's sciatica, there's some nerve flosses in some of the classes. It'll say on the description what we're working on. Remember, go to the range of movement that doesn't bring pain. Use a traffic light system when you're exercising with back pain. So if you're edging towards red, dial it back, either reduce the range of movement, bring the joint closer back to the body, rest, reduce reps, reduce the load. So maybe assisting with a limb, depending on what exercises obviously you're doing. If you're not fancying the live classes that I've recorded and uploaded, I've actually got classes for easing off back pain recorded for YouTube on my YouTube channel, so go and check them out. Some excellent classes, because remember, the people in them classes have come to me and said, I've got sciatica, I've got back pain, I've just had a baby, I've got a desk job and I'm tight. So if you've got back pain, usually the main culprits are tight hip flexors, tight or weak glutes. It's all to do with the pelvis usually. It can be neck, if you've got a desk job and you're pushing your neck forward, but usually it's to do with the pelvis and the strength and stability of it. Hi Andrew. But yeah, go and check them out. Your body will thank you for it. And don't expect to see, it's Leanne. My business is called DigiCoach. I have had clients with active sciatica at the start of our session, and by the end it's completely gone, it's eased off, and that's by doing some Pilates gentle movements. Don't push yourself, it's not strength training. Listen, really tune into how your body feels during the class and after it, up to 48 hours. If it gets worse, something about those movements didn't agree with you. I'm a personal trainer, and Pilates and yoga teacher and an online coach. Don't forget to vote on the poll, guys. I'd love a like and subscribe. I'm answering your questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. Pull-ups, I need 3. I could have probably pushed for 4, but that's fine. So we just did 3 sets. So that's 6 sets on the shoulders. Either the shoulders were isolated, or hi Turkey, hi from Scotland. Shoulders were either isolated or used in a compound movement there. How are we doing? Good morning. Thanks for the subscribes. Yeah, so I go live usually 6 times a week, spreading motivation and education to unmuddy the waters. Please keep you calm. That's a weird thing to say. No? My ears sore. Bit of rehab work. If you're doing strength training, you need to start increasing the amount of rehab exercises you do. That's too heavy. Otherwise you'll get injured, because everything gets tighter and tighter until eventually something pulls. So this is more of a range of movement and a stretch. So I'm trying to keep my elbow back. Remove this. Hey guys, welcome to my live. Okay. So I'm coming as far away from the resistance band where I feel a pull on the anterior. And what this is doing, this is great for anyone with rounded shoulders. If you breastfeed, if you have a desk job, if you drive a lot, and you're getting in to the tight areas that aren't so superficial, you're getting into the pec minor here, but deeper than that into the rotator cuffs to help posture. Make sure your neck's back and chest is proud. Good. Over to the side. They both need this. My workout schedule. Good question. So I was just saying at the beginning of this live that it's changing because I was prioritizing building my YouTube channel. Whenever I did yoga and Pilates and strength training, I didn't get the hits as I did if I was doing hard cardio and abs and smashing myself. So I prioritized more cardio sessions and I've lost a lot of mass. Plus it's harder for me to build muscle as well because I'm still breastfeeding. So this is the first session where make sure your posterior tilt the pelvis a little bit, because when we go over our head, we can come into an anterior, so just make sure you're not doing that. So this is the first session that I've done shoulders for strength and building muscle. I'm in Scotland, but I'm going to be doing 4 strength training workouts. The other 2 will be doing cardio. If you're doing more than 1 or 2 high intensity interval trainings a week, you're doing too much. So from prioritizing cardio, I did lose a bit of muscle, and I'm all right with that. I had different goals, right? Rest, I'm going to do that again, but the opposite way. This is really good if anyone's got upper back pain. So again, you want to make sure your wrist is in alignment with your shoulder and you've got some tension here from the weight pulling your back. Chest proud, arm over. So it's like a shoulder press movement pattern, but the resistance band's pulling you forward and you're counteracting that. Again, make sure you're not anterior tilting the pelvis forward. You're pushing it back. I can't do many of these. Shows you there's a weakness there. Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate that. I try. I've been in the industry 12 years, so I should be all right. 2. And I have done some I've done our presentation. Well, online as well, if that counts, but I mean in person in front of people. My presentation was on stress and management, which I find fascinating. Rest. My journal that's going to be published talks quite a bit about stress and how to manage it and how to identify your triggers. Because everybody's stress responses look different, and it's all part of that body awareness. And I feel the more technology gets used, the less aware we are and together with our body. Hi Pellet, how are you doing? How's your back? So we're just going to do that once more. How's the pull going? Your common struggles with building tone, and of course when we're talking about tone, we're talking about muscle, but in order for me to make sense to general population that calls muscle tone, they think building muscle's a bad thing, but they think having tone's a good thing because of social media. I'm glad your back's good. You've been doing Pilates. So exercise struggles, consistency, nutrition. I wonder what the other is. If anybody's watching who's put other, can you explain? Do you ever do yoga sometimes? I've got yoga classes on my channel, some beautiful yoga classes that are either in front of the Mediterranean Sea. So hot, like 30 degrees heat, and I'm just like, I need to stretch, I want to stretch. And I've recorded a yoga class. yoga classes in front of a pool. Actually, I think that was a Pilates / yoga. It was in Turkey, actually, in front of a pool, first thing in the morning before it got too hot. I've done yoga classes. These are all on my YouTube, by the way. First thing in the morning in front of the fire, when I'm doing some stretches, like stretches for just getting out of bed, because we're in the same position for 8 hours or a few hours, and our shoulder, upper back can feel tight, so we need some chest openers and twists, gentle, some cat-cow, and we couldn't be in a posterior tilt if depending on how you sleep. So yeah, I've got quite a few yoga classes. I'm a yoga teacher as well. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Nutrition, when we're trying to build muscle and tone, obviously, like for those that you don't know, no Pilates. No Pilates. What have you been doing then? Gentle walks can help back pain. Yeah, nutrition for building muscle is generally pretty straightforward. If you've never exercised before, like progressively strength train consistently, even just the same routine once a week, but it's getting more and more difficult. You need protein, right? But you don't need as much as you think you do. Most people can build muscle off 60 to 80 grams a day. So if your trainer's giving you 130, don't panic. It does have a satiating benefit, protein, keeps you fuller for longer, up until a certain point, anything over 100 grams then. What protein is great for is the thermic effect of food. So it costs calories, 30%, in the digesting process of protein. So what I mean by this, the thermic effect of food, so it's hard work for the body to digest protein. So it costs calories. So 100 calories of a chicken breast you might absorb once it's gone through the processes and the amino acids it gets turned into. Calories wise, you might absorb about 70 instead of the 100, because 30% is used in the metabolic. So this is a bit of a rehab we're bringing in now. Morning, guys. I'm a health and fitness trainer, online coach, Pilates and yoga teacher. If you've got any questions on your health, fitness, comment. Thanks, Andrew. Mostly it's my knee, and that's it. I remember now. Yeah, I learned from a physio. They said any knee injuries are usually caused in the joint above or below. So it's interesting that you should say that. It tweaks my back every now and then. I cycle. Cycling's not great for the knees. Do you do much strength training? Because you need to build them knees up. What age are you? Every day, and my job as a janitor is non-stop, about 7 hours, so good movement helps. Yeah, if anyone watching has got back pain, guys, I'd love a like and subscribe. If anyone who's watching who's got back pain and it's really sore and you feel like you can't get out of bed and you just want to stay still, because you totally lose the confidence with yourself, don't you? Like, and if say if you're coming out of the car a certain way and you pull your back out, you automatically never want to do that again, right? To protect yourself. So you need to build that confidence back with yourself slowly, and that's why gentle movements in Pilates and yoga, like you can search on my YouTube or YouTube in general for gentle lower back pain Pilates or yoga, and it'll take you through really gentle things like a cat-cow, just to start building that confidence that your body's not just going to randomly break doing certain movements. I train for about, on average, I'd say it's about 40 minutes, 6 days a week. Don't recommend doing that. So I do 4 strength training sessions and 2 cardio, but I'm going to start. I've lost muscle from doing a lot of cardio, so I'm going to start progressively overloading as we edge towards Christmas and like the full winter. If you're an advanced exerciser like myself and you've plateaued, remember you can't build muscle back that fast. It's going to take months. So by summertime, I'll hopefully have a good amount. I've got 2 kids as well, so any questions on postnatal care? So people have said the struggle. Right, let's change that poll. Oh. Like your marshmallows toasted? No. Came up with a suggested sticker then. Hey guys, welcome to my live. I can't add any more stickers. Stupid YouTube. Hi Ashma. But yeah, Pellet, you need to build the strength in your knees. So the strength in your knees, your quads act as shock absorbers. So if you do all around the knees, so stability exercises like that. Doesn't look like much, but it's doing loads. Semicircles with a soft knee. Really good. So you're strengthening the lateral and medial ligaments in the knee. Like that. You could either do single leg pulses, keeping your hips back as well. Make sure you bend at the knee. Thanks, Andrew. Istanbul, Scotland. Morning, guys. 51, athletic background, rock climbing, cycle, snowboarding. I do mobility training. I love building muscle, but on a break for no reason other than no motivation. I'm glad I helped motivate you. Yeah, it's great that you've got all of that. You must be like really fit, like all your health markers, really healthy. I mean, all your health markers have come back great, like your cholesterol, as long as your nutrition's sensible and you practice moderation. Is anyone watching who struggles with overeating on a regular basis? I was wanting to say that overeating is totally normal, but if you're doing it too much and to an extent where it's having you gain a lot of weight, it's making you feel unhappy, just know that you're not broken, and there's usually reasons for overeating. The shoulder injury from the elbow, please. This should. Sorry, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Gum. Oh, your username. Anyone with shoulder injuries are really common because the shoulder is the most unstable joint in the body. It's very shallow. They describe it, physios, as a tennis ball balancing on a saucer or a plate if you're in America. I'm not sure if Americans know what a saucer is, but anyway. Rehab work in the rotator cuffs with a resistance band. A little bit boring, these exercises, but they're very effective and they'll rehab your shoulder. And if you've not got a shoulder injury, but you train shoulders a lot, make sure you're getting in some of that work. You'll realise how tight and how much it's needed when you do it. Vegetarian, mostly what I eat is protein shakes in the morning, highly processed, granola processed, quinoa, lots and lots of water, not much bad things, a little on the weekend. So protein shakes are classed as a highly processed food. How come you're having them? The only thing that vegetarians and vegans struggle with building muscle because they don't get enough leucine and isoleucine, which is a type of amino acid, from the food. So maybe look at that if you do want to recover from your knee injury. You need to build new muscle, right? And you can't build it without leucine and isoleucine. Are you on any kind of food diet? I practice everything in moderation, high protein. I've actually just had cholesterol checked. I do have a sweet tooth, but I manage it usually pretty well, but I've had trouble the last couple of weeks. But on the grand scheme of things, that's nothing. Just with the kids being off and sickness and all that. But they just all came back as my cholesterol, my triglycerides, my LDL and HDL cholesterol all came back excellent, so happy with that. Lentils, not Mentos. I was thinking when you said Mentos, I was like, is that some food that I missed? Thanks, guys. Let me just block that wee freak. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. right, I'm going to go and do the school run. And my child is very highly energetic, my 6-year-old. So before school, 5 days a week, we're going to give her a dose of exercise. 5 minutes, she's going to do squats, jump squats, shoulder press, push ups, and she's going to do them about 10 reps, 5 reps for the push ups. She's going to do them 3 times to burn some energy so she can sit in the seat at school. And not annoy the teacher as much. So if you've got a hyperactive child, consider a dose of exercise in the morning to burn some energy. I'm in Scotland. Convenience of protein shakes to protein. Yeah, I get that. I try and edge towards like dumping one protein and just maybe, if you can, it's got to be what's realistic. Though I'm all for using highly processed foods like protein shakes and protein bars to get protein in, and if it's stopping you from overeating later on in the day, yeah, big fan of, but eventually it should be edging towards improving those food choices. And actually the mechanism of eating is going to keep you fuller for longer, and takes long to digest if you're eating real food. Right, guys, thanks so much for joining us. I'd love a like and subscribe. I go live 6 days a week, building my channel. I've got a book about to be published as well, a workout journal. So if you're looking for education and somewhere to track how you're doing, because it's hard to remember, you won't remember, and the habits that you're learning. Oh, thank you, Pellet. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the support. Yeah, it's going to be available soon. So, and it's going to be for body awareness, and you can include rehab and imbalance exercise work as well for it. Right, lovies and leavers, have a great day.